Now, data is always right. That's what we all believe. But how about the interpretation? I have a joke to share here, which I think is very relevant and will drive a point here. There was this doctor who was tasked to do service in a remote location, and he was positioned in that location for a few years. So this doctor believes in science naturally because of his education and background, but the population, the local population there, did not believe much in science. They believed in their ancient wisdom, and they had some very backward belief systems. So the doctor was trying to educate the people there, and while he was talking about the human anatomy, he mentioned that the human heart is on the left side of the body. And then he was immediately ridiculed. Many said that, no, you're wrong, doctor. The heart is on the right side. We always know that. This doctor just didn't have any data to prove that. And then he waited, and there was a death that happened in the community. A gentleman died, and then the doctor thought this would be a good opportunity for me to prove to these people that the heart is on the left side of the body. He invited these people who did not believe him, and then he brought them to the mortuary, and he cut open the body, and he showed that the heart is on the left side of the body. And the reaction was, well, that explains why he is dead. So often how the data is interpreted is very valuable than the data itself. So if you don't have a team that can interpret the data in the right sense, the data is not providing the value. And many organizations have a lot of data, but still they are facing challenges in providing customer experiences based on their consumers' expectation. And these are some of the survey results. And as you can see, 63% of respondents felt that their marketing and customer experiences is being held back due to integration between tech systems. 54% said workflow issues. 46% felt that it's a data quality issue. And lack of digital skills and capabilities, another big area. And few other areas was lack of customer insights, lack of time to be creative, lack of innovation. Only 9% said no internal barriers. Now, according to this 2023 Digital Trends Financial Services in Focus report that we are using for this presentation, 3 areas were identified as the pillars of FSIs Progress, the heart of FSIs Progress in 2023. The number 1 is innovation, adding more value to customers and the bottom line. And the number 2 was employee experience, building a simulating work environment. And the number 3 is process, creating a future-proof agile FSI. Now, when we talk about innovation, we have to understand and come in with the attitude that digital is never done. It's an ongoing process, and the focus needs to be on addressing a genuine customer need. And with employee experience, diversity and inclusion is a major topic for 2023, which enhances transformation, and also improving content and workflows is another key aspect of employee experience. And when it comes to process, integration for a single view is the biggest goal, and the positives of a unifying platform. So let's come to Adobe's view of this problem. We discussed about some of the trends, some of the challenges. What is Adobe's view on how to address these challenges? Now, Adobe's view is that content is the king. We all know this, and this is a popular terminology that has been there for more than a decade. Now, I would say content is an emperor right now. with so much content available right now. There's text content, image content, video content, audio content. And there are many tools now to generate content. So content continues to be the central focus in resolving some of these customer engagement challenges. And the number two is insight. Just the content itself is not enough. You need to have the right insight about your audience, about your prospects, about your customers, and also about your content. So Adobe's focus has been on these topics: omnichannel, meaning your content has to be omnipresent; headless, meaning your content should be able to be consumed by any application in your organization. And then personalized experiences. You want the ability to personalize the content and experiences to your prospects and customers. Modern app experience is a given. Everybody is expecting that they interact with interfaces that are modern. Another topic is very relevant to content is the velocity and scale. The velocity means how quickly you are able to create content and also circulate them. And also how quickly are you able to scale, especially if your organization is a large organization with a lot of authors and content contributors and curators. Scalability is an important factor. Analytics plays a key role in the insight you get on the content and also about your audience. And all of this with AI power. AI offers unique advantage right now in both insight and also creation. So all of this in a unified platform has been Adobe's vision in solving the customer engagement question. So building your digital foundation with Adobe, you have choices here. These are the foundational blocks that Adobe is offering. Number one is a content management platform, Adobe Experience Manager sites, which offers a modern, future-proof CMS to create, manage, and deliver experiences faster. And for the data and insights, Adobe Analytics is a powerful data analytics to understand customer behavior and preferences. For personalization, we have Adobe Target, a robust targeting and experience optimization platform to personalize experiences at scale. And all of this are available in cloud native as well. Proven secure cloud architecture that is always current, scalable, and available. So best in class end-to-end solution to quickly create, measure, personalize, and deliver digital experiences at scale. So Adobe offers the digital foundation to jumpstart your personalization journey. Whichever phase you are in, whether you are in the create phase, measuring phase, personalizing phase, optimize, and scale phase. So the key performance indicators being in the create phase, you can reduce time to make content updates. And in the measure KPI, increased traffic and lower bounce rates, meaning you're able to provide engaging experiences to your customers. And in the personalization space, increased conversion and revenue. And in the optimized space, increased engagement and conversion. And in the scalability phase, reduced time to launch new experiments. So the solutions from Adobe, the foundational piece is the Adobe Experience Manager, which has three offerings: the sites for content management, assets for digital asset management, and forms for digital enrollment and forms. Because today, when you talk about content, you're talking about content, text content, image content, video content, and audio content, and then a rich set of digital asset management that allows you to create the rich user experience. And the digital asset management can deal with all your images, videos, and other artifacts. Forms allows you to launch digital enrollment capabilities by designing and presenting nice looking modern forms and collect data from your users. And these other products here completes the ecosystem. Adobe Target for personalization, Adobe Analytics to collect analytics data, and Adobe Audience Manager to engage with your prospects, and Adobe Campaign. So with these products, Adobe has built an ecosystem of tools that are very essential for marketers today. And Adobe has also released digital experience blueprints where you can take advantage of the various blueprints available. Digital experience blueprints are repeatable implementation that lets you address strategy and quickly solve established business problems. Each blueprint provides a series of artifacts that explain the high-value business problem, architectures, implementation steps, technical considerations, and links to relevant documentation. Let's see what Forrester has to say about Adobe solutions. Now, the Forrester Wave Enterprise Marketing Suites Q3 2022 has regarded Adobe as a leader. As you can see, Adobe is closely followed by Salesforce, and then Oracle, HCL Software, SAP are all behind. And this is what Forrester said about Adobe, and you can download this report if anybody is interested. I can share the link in the chat window. So in their vendor profiles, Forrester regarded Adobe as the everything store for MarTech. And Adobe is deep into multi-year strategy and technology transformation to deliver on its vision for customer experience management. The Adobe Experience Cloud offers insights, content, and engagement capabilities, all based on the Adobe Experience Platform that centralizes data and services throughout the product line. It's a promising approach, notable for its modern architecture and broad digital engagement coverage. Reference clients appreciate Adobe's functionality for delivering cohesive customer experiences and product and third-party integration, and they support the product roadmap. Not just Forrester, Gartner also considers Adobe as a leader, and these are some reports available. The Gartner's MQ Digital Experience Platform for 2022 also positioned Adobe in the leader segment. The Forrester Wave Digital Asset Management also positioned Adobe in the leader. The Gartner MQ Personalization Engines also again positioned Adobe along with a few other players in the leader segment. Also in the customer analytics. Some case studies I wanted to share with you, which I believe is very relevant. These are from the financial services sector. Prudential Financial transformed its end-to-end content creation process, and the solutions involved were Adobe Experience Manager Assets, Adobe Express, Adobe Workfront, and Creative Cloud for Enterprises. And Bridget Esposito, who is the VP and Group Creative Director at Prudential Financials, had this to say. She said, when you have a seat at the table, you need to make sure people understand that creatives aren't just there to make things pretty. They're there to solve problems. And the impact on recent creative campaign had 1.24 times return on investment and 365% year-on-year increase in number of people engaged and 94% net positive sentiment for media and social media mentions. And these are some other feedbacks from leaders at Prudential. The overall benefit they felt were in these 4 areas. One, they were able to democratize creativity throughout the company, digging deeper for audience insights, elevating the work through strategic collaboration, and creating a modern creative house. Many times we see that your creative team is doing mundane tasks like cropping images or creating a new promotion based on existing material. And Terry Chu, who is the director and product owner of MarTech at Prudential Financials, felt that their creatives spend a ridiculous amount of time doing work that should not be necessary at all. Why do we have someone doing that? Being able to self-service those capabilities or have them already done gives our creatives back a lot of their time. Anna Hughes, who is the chief product officer, had this to say. She said, when we started this journey, Creative Cloud wasn't fully integrated within our MarTech stack. Now we are driving operational efficiencies and content velocity by connecting the tools the creative team is using to downstream marketing systems. Having an advocate on MarTech side means creatives can focus on creative, and we can focus on making sure they have the tools and connections they need to be most productive. Another case study from AAA Northeast. AAA Northeast is one of the association's largest clubs, serving 5.7 million members in Rhode Island and also providing service in significant parts of Connecticut, New York, New Jersey. And the club knows its success depends on keeping members satisfied, which goes far beyond providing world-class roadside assistance, insurance, financial services, travel agency services, and discounts and rewards. So it also means paying attention every time to a member or potential member interacts with the club, a process that increasingly happens online. Responding to members' needs has been a driving force behind reimagining their digital experiences. This is by Mark Pelletier, Vice President, AAA Northeast, who says members often need to reach us immediately, whether they are looking for roadside assistance or simply want to renew a membership or pay a bill. A few years ago, the organization launched a full-scale transformation of its digital channels to better address member demands for a fast, effortless website experience and easier access to help online interactions. AAA Northeast set out to create a digital experience driven by members as well as supported by a dedicated team with the power of experiment and adapt. The organization calls it permission-based digital experience, PBDE. And the results were incredible. The #1 nationwide digital satisfaction ratings, up from number 14 in the AAA Foundation, 25% boost in revenue, making digital the top channel for new businesses, 45% of new memberships initiated online, up from 26%, and 11 times return on investment, and on every dollar spent on new digital experiences. Our third case study is from a bank. BBVA is a global force in financial services industry with more than 110,000 employees, serving customers online via its award-winning BBVA mobile app and in its retail locations. Since 2015, BBVA has undergone a remarkable transformation, putting data-driven decision-making and digital customer experience at the center of its banking operations. BBVA has had ambitious targets when it began its transformation, including the goal of serving 50% of its customers online within just 2 years and making half of its sales on digital channels by 2020. So Henrique Macedo, the global head of digital analytics at BBVA, had this to say: "We had a viable customer experience in place, but with digital service booming, we wanted to build a truly exceptional digital environment. That means unifying our data and personalizing digital customer experiences." The bank has since exceeded those targets, but to do so, it first needed to rethink its approach to digital experiences. In short, BBVA needed to transform from the top down. Led by its global CMO, the bank set up a digital center of excellence at its headquarters in Spain to spearhead its transformation. In parallel, it implemented a suite of Adobe Experience Cloud technology to unify its data and fuel its digital growth. Now, the results they achieved were also incredible. Achieved a 50-50 split between online and traditional customer communications, serves more than 46% of clients on mobile, created and ran more than 1,000 A/B tests to personalize the customer experience. And they grew global customer base by 20% from 66 million to 79 million. And the solutions they used were Adobe Experience Manager, Adobe Experience Cloud, Adobe Target, and Adobe Analytics. So what is the way forward? The way forward is 3 items to focus. Moving focus away from platforms to service. Much of the emphasis in recent years has been on the digital aspect of digital transformation. The focus has been on perfecting the technologies at the point of service, apps, in-branch displays, and so on. However, digital tools to manage finances are now considered a given. Customers are asking FSI organizations to consider how they might go further, such as improving their financial health. All this is moving focus away from transactional relationship with finance and towards building relationship. And number 2 is improving the foundation to unlock insights. The need for better customer insights and deeper engagement naturally strains legacy resources and processes. Even newer entrants to the market are seeing consumer behaviors evolve and are beginning to experience the same data and content challenges as more traditional businesses. Institutions must explore how to improve the foundational elements to make the most of the emerging technologies that will transform the financial services. Critical areas will include improved data quality, enabling better access to AI and machine language, technology integrations, and uniting teams, many of which overlap. And number 3, enabling the workforce to deliver higher value work. By addressing the ongoing challenges in the more foundational elements of FSI's customer experience, organizations can move towards developing products and services that begin to define best practices rather than follow them. Consumers expect innovation and novelty in FSI as much as in other sectors such as retail, media, and entertainment. This can only be achieved by addressing the key pillars of customer experience transformation: innovation, employee experience, and process. Happily, the will, the capabilities, and the tools exist for FSI marketers and CX professionals to achieve their goal.